How we do that. My name is Matthew Marshall. I'm the state coordinator, and I will be giving you this presentation. This presentation is based on all the states that request plan as it into reporting software. But you can use it in other states. This is not for one state specific. So at the end, if you have state specific questions, I can forward them to the specific states that you would like to talk to. So moving on. Why are we 40 CFR plus 3710? Who must comply with the hazardous chemical reporting requirements? It states that you must report what OSHA requires to prepare, to have available. Okay, we'll get started here real soon. 1 second. All right. I haven't started yet. That's why you're not hearing any audio. Sorry. Okay, so we'll get started now. All right, well, good afternoon. We'll get started on using ePlan to submit a Tier 2 report. Just so you know, this is being recorded and we'll be able to send this out to you as well. If you have any questions, please use the questions tab in order to ask those questions, and we'll be able to answer them at the end. This should be a relatively quick tutorial on how to use ePlan. So if you have any questions specific, please ask them and we will get to them at the end. So my name is Matthew Marshall and I'm the ePlan State Tier 2 Coordinator with the University of Texas at Dallas. I'm here to assist with you submitting Tier 2 reports. So why are we here? This is the main laws that define the information that's in ePlan, and that's 40 CFR 37010. And I'm going to reiterate this information because this is the crux of why we are here. The first thing is you must report if OSHA requires you to have or prepare a MSDS, which now are the SDS, safety data sheets, for a hazardous chemical, and either one of these two criteria is met. The first criteria is, it is an EHS chemical, an extremely hazardous substance, that you have 500 pounds or the threshold planning quantity, which is based off the consolidated list of lists put out by the EPA. So let me say that one more time. 500 pounds or the threshold planning quantity, whichever is least, you must submit a Tier 2 report. For anhydrous, 500 pounds. For chlorine gas, 100 pounds. Different chemicals have different numbers. For your non-EHS chemicals present at your facility at any one time, it is 10,000 pounds. It's always in pounds because you can tell whether it's solid, liquid, or gas. You can determine if it is you can always determine if it's pounds. Also, you must check with your local, state, LEPC, and fire department for different amounts and different requirements. Also on how they would like this information that you will be supplying them, whether you email it, whether they use ePlan, or if they want a paper copy. Again, let me reiterate that this presentation will be up on YouTube following, and there already is one. So the website that you go to is erplan.net, and you click on the online Tier 2 eSubmit, or you can go to tier2.erplan.net. Either one will take you to the same page. When you get to the erplan.net webpage, excuse me 1 second, you will see that there's 7 different items that you can access information on. The first one is number 1. This form must be completed by March 1st, 2018 at 11:59 p.m. the facility's time. Let me say that one more time. This report is due March 1st, 2018 by 11:59 p.m. or you will be considered late, and there is a fine associated with that. Number 2, depending on the state that you are with, there may be a fee required, whether it's a UT Dallas administration fee or if it's a state fee. Number 3, webinars. We have one more webinar after this, which will be February 19th, 2018 at 1:30 as well. Number 4, 2007 reporting year, 9 states will accept ePlan: Alabama, Florida, Georgia, Mississippi, Montana, New York, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Tennessee. Several counties such as Warren County, Ohio, Chesapeake City, Virginia, Hopewell City, Virginia, Patrick County, Virginia, Pittsylvania County, Virginia, Richmond City, Virginia, Smythe County, Virginia, Virginia Beach City, Virginia, and Waynesboro City. Number 5, if you would like to contact us about any information, please use that. Number 6, you can refer to EPA's Tier 2 reporting requirements and procedures by clicking on that. And number 7, this is where the video will be available for you to watch. At the bottom, anytime you need a question answered, please use the Contact Us button. Next to that is our frequently asked questions. You can use that as well. And next to that is our ePlan Online Tier 2 Submit User's Guide, step-by-step user's guide on how to submit a Tier 2 report. Next, our Access ID. If your facility has submitted a Tier 2 report previously, then you have an Access ID. Please do not create an account. The Access ID is a number that starts with either 101, 105, somewhere in that neighborhood, and that's the Access ID for your company, not you as a person. If you are new to filing Tier 2 reports and you believe your company has filed it before, please use the Contact Us button at the bottom and send us an email and we can forward you the Access ID. The only way that you create an account is if your facility has never submitted a Tier 2 report in the past. If you are one of those 9 states, we have your information in our system from one year or another. So please use the Access ID Contact Us button and ask for your Access ID number. Once I log in, I will get to my submission management home. This is where I can copy previous data into the current data, which is 2017. So from this, I will use my drop down and go from 2015 because I did not have a 2016 under this Access ID. And then I will copy it to 2017. So you in step 1 would have 2016 and step 2 you would have 2017. Once I click copy data, that means I have copied my data to 2017 and I use my 2017. Also on this page on the right hand side you'll see an import tier 2. This is where you can actually import a T2S file, a Tier 2 zip file, or anything with a .mir file extension by clicking on the import zip/T2S. Also at the top right hand corner you'll see manage submission. This is where you can change your email address or password as you need to throughout the system that we have. So once I click on the 2017, it takes me to my online filing home. When I'm at my online filing home, I can use the search existing facilities at the top to find a specific facility I'm looking for if I have multiple facilities. As you can see in red, federal requirements include you must have an owner-operator, emergency contact, and a Tier 2 information contact. So we must have at least 3 email or contacts that are shown. If I need more information on the legend, so that I can click on Legend Help and it'll assist me with what I need to do. On the right hand side you'll see add a new facility. So now I've logged in and we've created a new facility in the last year. So I can add a new facility here and I can copy some of the data over. On the right hand side you'll see delete facility. There's a facility here that you've no longer have chemicals at. We can delete that facility. As I move the next line down, I see facility name, state, filing status. You are not filed until under filing status it says filed. Let me say that one more time. You are not filed until under filing status it says filed. Okay, so now we are going to edit information in our facility. So I would click on the facility name, and once I do that, it takes me to my current facility information. Under my facility information, this is where I have my facility name, physical address, mailing address. As I scroll down, I have my location. Please edit your latitude and longitude by validating it. So by clicking on my validate latitude and longitude, it opens up a Google map file. I'm able to drag and drop the, we'll call it a hot air balloon, wherever my facility actually is. This will then click to update my latitude and longitude, and it'll automatically update my latitude and longitude on my web page. Under the manned, maximum number of occupants at any one time. That's the maximum number of occupants at any one time. That means if you have school kids that come to your facility, then you have to add them in. If you have two shifts, 10 in the morning, 10 in the afternoon, but they overlap, then you will have 20. That is for number of occupants. Under my number of occupants, I have type of facility. This is where I will answer the questions on what type of facility and how I am reporting. If I am a 302 facility, I will check yes. If I am a 312, 313, or an RMP 112R facility, I will click there. Under my type of facility, oh, and by the way, if you need more information, just click on the more information button and it'll take you to the information page for that current law. Under submission, this is the person that is the name of the person that is certifying that this information is correct. So that's the signature that goes on that line. Once I click save and continue, it takes me to my next page. My next page is my facility identification. I must have a Dun & Bradstreet number put in here. If your facility does not have a Dun & Bradstreet number, I will put NA in the ID value. Also, make sure that the NAICS code is correct. And this is also where you will put, if you are a TRI facility, a Toxic Release Inventory facility, this is where you will click and put your TRI information in here, as well as, oh, excuse me. Okay. My TRI information. Oh, sorry. My TRI information. This is where I will put my Toxic Release Inventory information on. Also, this is where I will put my RMP information as well. And that information is a number given to you by EPA, and we must put that in here. I click next, it goes to state fields. Depending on which state you are in, you will have to answer appropriate questions that are under that state. If you have questions on that, you must reach out to your state. If you have questions that I may be able to help, please reach out to me and I can assist you with that as best I can. Under documents, this is where you can upload documents such as site plans, MSDSs, well, not anymore, sorry, SDSs. This is also where you can put in any information that you would like your first responders to see. This is not public data. This is information that your first responders can then download as they are out in the world doing work. All fields are mandatory when you are uploading, and you can also put a link in here as well under the file description. Please only upload a maximum size of 9 megs. As I go into my contact information, this is where I will add all my information for my contact. And when I go into my phone information, this is where I will add that 24-hour phone. It must show a 24-hour contact phone for at least one person. Now that person must be competent and know the chemicals that are on site and know what they are used for. This person cannot be an answering service or the security guard at the front gate. It must be someone that knows what is going on at that facility. Our next page is our facility association. You are able to take that contact and associate that with multiple facilities by using the drop-down box under the select and contact type. Use the contact type drop down to put in what contact type this will be. Under our chemical information. Under our chemical information, this is where we can add the CAS number and chemical name. You notice an EHS, which is our extremely hazardous substances, and that list is found on EPA's website. It's under the consolidated list of lists. An EHS is an extremely hazardous substance. When we put our information in here and we go to our next page or we scroll down, it has our physical state. New this year is our physical hazards and our health hazards. You will have to enter in physical hazards and health hazards for each of the chemicals at your site. As I move down, oh, and that information comes from the SDS. As I move down, my quantity, my maximum daily amount in pounds, as well as my average. So maximum daily would be the one time the max was. The average is over those 365 days. What is your average daily quantity? As I move into my next page, this is my storage location. This is where I will tell the first responders how I store it, above ground tank, cylinder, how it is stored, pressure or ambient pressure, and then temperature, ambient temperature, cold or cryogenic cold. I will also put my location of where that chemical is. You can also add multiple locations for a single chemical. So I can add multiple locations for chlorine if I needed to. Under mixture components, and I will definitely talk about batteries here in a few minutes because we got a finalized information from EPA this week. So I will have that up for us. The mixture components, this is where you can do percent and percent by volume. You can also do maximum amount codes. When you do your max code, please do not put anything in the percentage line. But when you do your max code, the max code of two different chemicals in one mixture can actually add up to more than 100%. So use a CAS number when we are looking up information on here. Once I've gotten to this point, I will go to my top right corner and I will click Validate Record because I think I'm ready to go. When I think I'm ready to go, I'll click Validate Record. It will take me to my submission report. And as you can see, my facility has two errors. The first error is my NAICS code. So if I click on Edit NAICS Facility in blue, it'll take me to that area in the report and then I can update it. This year, we have helped with our physical hazards and health hazards. So under chemical, you see that I did not put anything under physical and health. What I can do here is just check the boxes, such as flammable for diesel fuel. Check that box, and it will actually update all that information on my facility and all the diesels that I have. So you're able to just come to the Validate Record area in order to update those physical and health hazards. Please get that information from your SDS. Once I've now successfully passed the completion, I then click on my upload data. Now, if I was to download a tier 2 zip file, T2S file, or PDF, it has not gone through the proper validation process, and the PDF will still say draft on it at this point because we are not filed. Once I click my data, upload data to ePlan, it will take me to my submit facility form. As you can see, I have my validation status not passed and passed, but you can also see the filing status of not filed. So I check the box next to that facility and I click submit. When I click submit, it takes me to my payment page. Now, if I'm in Florida, it takes me to Florida's page. If I'm in North Carolina, it takes me to the North Carolina page. All other, with the exceptions of Montana and South Carolina, will take you to a payment page. Montana, South Carolina, the state has paid for your facility to submit tier 2s using ePlan, so you do not have to pay. But all the other states, you will have a $25 filing fee. Once I click how I will make that payment, whether credit card or check, it will take me to my invoice page. If I can download an invoice, I can cancel this invoice and I can edit my billing information if need be, and then I can pay by credit card. This will take me to a PayPal account. I will pay using my credit card, and when I am done paying my credit card, the filed under not filed will show filed. So when you are done that, you will get a filed report. And that concludes the quick presentation on submitting Tier 2 reports. With that, I will take questions now, and I will go through. How many users can enter data simultaneously? Multiple users. At this point, I don't know of anybody that's had more than a few users in, and we've had no problems. Are facility IDs randomly generated? Yes. For example, we purchased another facility. Do I simply add this facility and generate a new ID, or should I somehow search for last year's? We can give you the access ID for that facility, and we can merge them together for you. Or if you purchase this, then you should actually add a new facility because the previous facility would be under the previous owner. So what you would need to do is go under your access ID and then create and add a facility because you are actually adding a facility under your company. Is the way to merge existing accounts into a master account? Yes, we would just need your access ID numbers sent via Contact Us, and we can merge them into one master account. Can the 24-hour contact person be InfoTrack? The law states that the person must know what is going on at your facility, the chemicals involved, and they must be able to answer questions when they are on the phone. So if InfoTrack can do that, then that can be your 24-hour contact. How do you address intermediary mixtures from the production departments? James Harris, I don't understand the question, so please email me and we can talk offline. Are we required to enter at least one physical health hazard, even if there are none listed? Yes. What you will list here, and I'll show you, is a hazard not otherwise classified. Right here, as you can see on here in that bottom, wait one second, bottom right, or bottom left, I'm sorry, hazard not otherwise classified, not otherwise classified. That's the hazard that you would give. Can you go over the new reporting requirements for the hazard categories? The reporting requirements is to get it off your SDSs and enter at least one hazard for every chemical. Is there a way to upload information for multiple new facilities to save time? We have about 500 new facilities that will be reporting this year. Wow, okay. Yes, please use the Contact Us button and we can actually import that data for you on the backside. Greg, that's for you. We have 2 locations. Do they need to be entered separately? Depends on the locations. I mean, if it's 2 different, you only need one access ID and you can add multiple facilities in there. So yes, as long as they're separated by a DOT road. Are military facilities still exempt from filing fee? No, they never have, except in North Carolina, Florida, South Carolina, Montana. If you replace someone who has submitted a Tier 2 report in the past, would one be able to only change the name? Absolutely. Please use the Contact Us button and we can get you the access ID. Okay, here it is. Will lead acid batteries divide percentages of lead and sulfuric into 2 separate line items on the report? We got a clarification from the EPA, and the EPA says that you must submit with what your SDS is showing. So if your SDS shows 2 separate, then you submit it as 2 separate. If the SDS shows it as a mixture, you put it under mixture. It depends on how your SDS is written. If you had somebody sign up under a different ID, please send us both ID numbers and we can merge them into one. Your access ID remains the same. The facility ID changes every year, but your access ID stays the same. Okay, I have a consultant that is asking for the data. Yes, the facility person that you are working with the company must send us an email stating that you will be taking over the filing. You can send it to my email, which is up on the screen, or you can use the contact us button, but we must have a person from the company submitting the email to us.
Your dad's a cute little fella.
Okay, follow up. I was given the understanding that.
Yeah, you definitely favor your dad. I mean, I can tell just by him. I mean, he's obviously a lot shorter than you guys, but I don't know if he's shrunk or if he was just little and y'all are the big version of him.
Okay, Mr. Dean, please
I can see that.
follow up with me after this.
I can totally see that.
So the hazard not otherwise classified is based on both. It's not just physical and health. It's for both.
I was wondering about that. How was your trip? I know it kind of probably sucked, but okay, good.
There are fields that can be left blank. The fields with red stars are the ones that have to be completed.
They haven't been here long, and so they probably hardcore.
Two access IDs or two different access IDs can submit for the same facility. Yes.
Oh, gotcha. Well, yeah, because they say if you don't, you'll probably lose it if you don't.
Can you maximum daily amount is the maximum at any one time that was delivered on site. So if you have two rail cars, you add them both together, that's the maximum at any one time. Dornier, that goes down, but the maximum at any one time.
That's one of the things that you kind of forget if you haven't done it in a long time. Well, that's cool.
All right, with that, I will end this session. I want to thank you for listening, and we will talk to you soon. If you have any more questions, please email me. Have a great day.